Alright, you're here. You're listening to all this shit anyway. Right now, you're in the frame. You're more than welcome to stay there. I gotta turn this music down. This is being recorded right now. I'm going to call the crisis line so I can try to fucking wing in a prayer and get this shit done on time. We'll see how this plays out.
You've reached the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Para español, please stay on the line while I transfer you to the Veterans Crisis Line. Your call will be recorded and possibly monitored for quality assurance. Thank you for calling the Veterans Military Crisis Line. This is Janelle. How can I support you today?
Hey Janelle, my name is Mark Hensley. How are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm a little effed, but I've been evicted from my apartment, filed an appeal, got a call from an attorney on Friday that said if I did not file an explanation that by Monday that they're going to throw it out. I have complicating factors that make that extremely difficult for me, and I'm sort of hoping to utilize your service to help me get through this. 1 second, I need to cough. Anyway, so what I'm going to do here in a moment is I'm going to start an audio recording of this, and please just allow it to be me to explain it. Just allow me to explain it, right? And then I'll stop the audio recording, and then you can ask me any questions. That way I can clear it up, but I'm going to try to get AI to do a summary of my explanation to you so I don't have to write it, and I can have it done in a timely fashion so I can submit it tomorrow.
What kind of support are you needing or not receiving?
Oh, I'm out of my fucking mind, and I'm trying not to hurt people.
Okay.
Yeah, rock on. Rock on. No, homicidal. But here's the deal. It doesn't help me to be evicted from my fucking property. I know I'm dangerous. I just don't know how dangerous I am. We're gonna fucking find out if you throw me in the goddamn gutter. Do you get it?
So you said you are feeling homicidal for it?
Ma'am, just let me accomplish what I need to accomplish, and then you can ask me the questions afterwards. Do you understand?
Go ahead.
Thank you. So I'm gonna start recording.
This call will be recorded.
My name is Mark Thomas Hensley, and I was born November 6, 1974. I'm an honorably discharged United States Army veteran who joined for humanitarian reasons as a medic. I trained as an X-ray tech and CT technologist. However, I only served 3.5 years out of my 6-year enlistment, and I was honorably discharged. I contend with Tourette syndrome and a dissociative identity disorder. This has been rather problematic in my life for the last 10 years. I'm currently housed in the Truckee Heights apartment complex managed by Northern Nevada Community Housing. I have been evicted based off of my disabilities and discrimination by the apartment complex management that has been facilitated, whether intentionally or unintentionally, by the VA and the Sparks Police Department. Why this was brought in front of a judge numerous times in the Sparks Justice Court, I suffered several degrees of discrimination and harassment, and actually got up and walked out at one point. I was awarded a different judge in a private hearing in a different courtroom, and then ultimately handed off to a third judge who summarily evicted me without any evidence nor just cause. This is very problematic. I did not choose this housing complex. It was chosen for me after I completed 8 months at a behavioral health center, sponsored by the VA, but hosted by the nation's finest. I have a lot of complaints and evidence to support the allegations that I'm making against the apartment complex, and they have zero complaining witnesses to present against me. I have evidence of the discrimination that I've suffered in the city of Sparks, within their courts, and by their police and prosecution. Currently, I'm being evaluated for competency. The VA has me on a behavioral flag where anytime I'm on VA campus, I'm to be accompanied by 2 armed federal police officers. When I was in your court 3 days ago, 12 police officers were dispatched. If the courts are so concerned about their safety, why are you not concerned about the safety of the community and are evicting an honorably discharged United States Army veteran that is suffering classic conditions of the symptoms of his condition, and the government is compensating him because they recognize the disability, but then the apartment complex does not have to recognize the disability. The courts discriminate against me, and you're going to throw me in the gutter. This is ill-advised, and I would like a hearing on the matter.
This call is no longer being recorded.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out from there. I just needed something.
Okay, now let's discuss the comment you made about being homicidal.
Yeah, dude. They have fucked me over like you wouldn't believe, right? I'm flipping between personalities like crazy. I'm losing days. This isn't fucking easy. My altered personality is a trauma response, and I'm just being traumatized after traumatized after traumatized. They won't leave me the fuck alone. As I said, I know I'm dangerous. I just don't know how fucking dangerous I am. And if you push me too fucking far, we're in trouble.
Who do you want to hurt?
Police officers.
Anybody in particular?
No. It's more of a statement, and it would not be within the community in which I live.
Where would it be?
Man, you tell me.
How would I be able to tell you who you want to hurt?
I said indiscriminate police officers. They're anywhere, right? They're any and everywhere. I'm just not going to do it in the community in which I reside because I don't know when I'm going to do it. Why swat hornet's nest when you don't need to?
What would you do?
Listen, I'm not going to dive into your sick fantasies. This has been reported time and time again, right? So we're not going to deal with that. You've already heard what you need to hear, and we're not going to indulge you any further. Do you have any further questions?
What would you do to hurt a police officer?
Ma'am, I would love them to death. As many of them as possible. As long as they're dead. I explained it to you. I recorded that portion of the call. You recorded the entire call. If you're this confused, I don't believe you're going to help me anymore. And the rest of this call is so you can check the boxes. And frankly, I don't care about that. You have a good day, ma'am. Thank you.
It's not about checking any boxes.
Yeah, it ain't about checking boxes. I'm the one that drew the cares. The one before that hung up. We're not going to discuss that one.